टाइम मेरा ज्यादा निकाल के भी कुछ मतलब कोई मटेरियल होती है कितना कितना कुछ करना नहीं हम देख लेते हैं और D2 ले लेते हैं करेक्ट so that I'm finishing हाँ मम्मी बोलो नीचे नीचे Good morning, Vishakha ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am. मैम वो एक पूछना था, मैंने आपको मैसेज किया था।
एक मिनट रुको। हाँ बोलो।
मैम मैं आपसे ही मिलने आई थी कॉलेज, लेकिन आप बहुत बिजी हो तो मैं यही पे बात करती हूँ आपसे कि आरबीआई का।
मैं आज आई नहीं हूँ कॉलेज।
आप आए हो कॉलेज?
नहीं आई हूँ, वही तो बोल रही हूँ।
अच्छा हाँ, तो मैम आरबीआई का ना सेशन रखने का आपसे परमिशन लिया था, तो उन्होंने 18 अगस्त डेट दिया है, तो 18 अगस्त का आरबीआई का सेशन रहेगा मैम अंडर फाइनेंशियल लिटरेसी। प्रॉपर उनका शेड्यूल मैं आपको भेजती हूँ। और दूसरा एक है कि एक फाइनेंशियल एडवाइजर है, वो भी रेडी है सेशन लेने के लिए, बट अभी उनसे सिर्फ डेट लेना है, तो वो भी इस मंथ में हो जाएगा मिस।
ओके ठीक है। सविता मैडम।
हाँ मैडम, गुड मॉर्निंग।
इसके रिगार्डिंग वो भी मैं आपको भेजती हूँ।
बोलो ना, नीतू मैडम कुछ बोल रहे थे।
हाँ, बच्चे ज्वाइन हो गए, नहीं बोल सकते।
हाँ ठीक है ठीक है।
कैसा, आज आप कॉलेज में हो क्या सविता मैडम?
हाँ, एडमिशन ड्यूटी।
ओके।
मैं, विशाखा और श्वेता अपने अपने डिपार्टमेंट की एडमिशन ड्यूटी करने आए हैं।
बच्चे नहीं है ना लेकिन आज?
बच्चे नहीं आए हैं।
मेरे को सर बोलते हैं आई रिस्पेक्ट योर जजमेंट।
और
रेजिग्नेशन। जजमेंट खाएगा जो
वही।
देखती हूँ रोज रोज का, वही वही है अभी क्या।
अच्छा
अभी यहाँ पे, यहाँ
ठीक है
पे
ठीक है,
नहीं।
बाद में।
हाँ
आज
हाँ।
हम लोगों ने सर ऊपर सर के फोटो का इनॉग्रेशन किया
गुड।
और उनको याद किया, उनकी बातें याद की।
वो थे जिनको था, फिर भी इनको तो कुछ नहीं। और ऊपर से मुझे जजमेंट की बात हुई, मेरे को इतना अजीब लगा, मैं क्या सोचा रिप्लाई करूं, फिर मैंने सोचा छोड़ो, थैंक यू डाल के फ्री हो जाओ, क्योंकि मैंने 31 अगस्त तक का टाइम दिया।
अरे आपको लिखना चाहिए था ना, इफ आई हैव राइट जजमेंट व्हाई पीपल डोंट फॉलो इट।
तो के लिए इतना मच
सही बात है, फॉलो करो ना।
होना है।
नीतू मिस।
मुझे लगता है।
रुको रुको, फोन पे बात कर रही हैं।
अच्छा
एक मिनट, स्टूडेंट्स को डालती हूँ, ज्वाइन फास्ट है।
हाँ बाहर टेलीकॉम, इंटरकॉम, चार डाल दो, तीन तो था ही अपने पास, ग्राउंड फ्लोर पे तीन चार, चार तो है ही ना, पांच है, पांच। सुनो ना, लेकिन है पांच ना? नहीं, एक एंट्रेंस पे, एक स्टाफ रूम में, एक प्रिंसिपल ऑफिस में, एक जिम खाना में, और एक उधर भी था ना शायद कॉन्फ्रेंस रूम में। नहीं, चार तो था ही ना कम से कम। क्या? सुनो ना, स्पीकर्स दो और दो, चार स्पीकर्स गए, और चार स्पीकर्स, और अपने पास एक पोडियम, इलेक्ट्रिक पोडियम, Hello, Sharwari madam, I am there.
So, Miss, I should tell her to proceed as per the schedule, na, Miss?
Schedule. I thought it
Anu,
was. एक
Yes,
मिनट शर्वरी मैडम वेट आई विल मेक यू होस्ट. आपको बना दूं होस्ट?
नहीं, अनुप्रिया को बना. She is going to host the.
नहीं, वो होस्ट के लिए नहीं चाहिए ना अपने को.
नहीं, हाँ.
ठीक है, मैं कैंसिल ही करती हूँ. देखते हैं फिर.
मिस बस शेयर स्क्रीन का ऑप्शन दे दीजिए स्टूडेंट्स को.
हाँ.
Anupriya madam is there, huh? So we will go as per the decided schedule, हाँ?
ओके मैम.
हाँ. तो जो जैसे पहले डिसाइड हुआ था वैसे ही करेंगे.
हाँ ओके मैम.
ओके.
स्टार्ट करें क्या?
Anupriya, please start.
Yes ma'am. Okay. Good morning one and all. I am Anupriya Chaudhary, a second year student of BSc majoring computer science. I deem it as a great honor and privilege to welcome our respected in-charge principal Dr. Neetu Kapoor Madam, IQSC coordinator Dr. Savita Panjabi Madam, all my teachers, friends, classmates and all participants on the behalf of Bharat Friends Associations, Bharat College of Arts and Commerce, who has organized this inauguration of financial literacy organization. A pessimist complains about the wind, an optimist tries to change it, and a leader adjusts the sail. By this quote, all of you could have guessed whom am I referring to. Yes, it's our beloved principal, Dr. Neetu Madam. We could never thank you enough for your contribution in shaping our career as well as personality. As a second year student, we have barely met her physically. We are meeting you virtually once or twice a month, but your inspiring personality, your kind word has always acted as an inspiration in our daily life. We are grateful to have you as not only as a leader, but also as a companion who has influenced us in every possible way. So I would like to ask our Madam, Dr. Neetu ma'am, to take the charge of our eager audience and enlighten their mind with your kind words of wisdom. Neetu ma'am.
Thank you, Anupriya. Very warm words to hear. It is really nice to hear that I have been inspiration. Surbhi has written wonderful welcome. Yes, I also felt the same, Surbhi. First of all, let me tell that I am a convener of this association, that is Financial Literacy Association. What I feel is, rather speaking today as an in-charge principal, I'll take over as the convener of this committee. Now, as a convener of this committee, why financial literacy? Actually, initially we had financial literacy as a separate club or a separate association. The purpose of having it was to make, being Bharat College of Arts and Commerce, where we don't have arts, it is purely a commerce college. We felt that students should develop a commercial skills or should develop a commercial knowledge, should know what is business knowledge, should understand what is going on in business, should know what is business all about, should understand what is stock exchange. So with multi-purpose or with so many things in mind, I thought that we should have financial literacy. Initially, then when we started with the purpose of making students aware of economic times. Let students read some articles of economic times and discuss that article so that they develop the economic behavior in them and understand micro and macroeconomics. So that was initial aim when we started financial literacy. However, after taking charge, I hardly used to get time for all these things. So then we could not continue with it. Then this year again, I thought that we should come back. We should start again. We should take up again financial literacy. And when we rethought over it, rethinking process when ran through this idea, I felt that financial literacy is something which everyone should know, because no one can run the family without finance. No one can live without earning its livelihood. Everyone wants three things in life. First is income, second is savings, and then a right investment. That is the third thing that we should always want, these all things, and everyone want to know about it. That how do we generate income? How do we spend and save? See, spending and saving always goes hand in hand. It is said that we should at least save 30% of our income. And that 30% should be invested in a very, in such a way that it gives you maximum return. That is resource mobilization, optimum resource mobilization. That is what we talk about. So financial literacy now has an objective of not only giving you a overlook of what is going on in business, but also at the same time aims at making you financially literate. That how can you make your investments more volatile? How can you earn maximum? How can you have optimum benefit? What is finance and how do you get literate into finance? This is something that financial literacy is a term which was floated by United Nations. So everything what we talk about, what we do about is financial literacy. And I have done one research on financial literacy of Bharat College students, where I found that the students of science are more literate than students of commerce. The literacy rate, financial literacy rate was better in commerce rather than better in science rather than in commerce, and it is fact. Share market में जब we need analysts are appointed from science background, not from commerce background. The reason is science students are good at mathematics, commerce students are not good at mathematics. So we need to understand all these things, and that is why today we have started with presentations. Today, this inauguration program is not I speaking, Sharvari madam speaking, Sandesh sir or Vishakha madam speaking. Today, we thought that instead of we speaking, let us hear your views of COVID on various industrial sectors. क्या किस sector में impact आया COVID का? With this presentations, today we are starting with our activity. Let us hear students' views on impact of COVID on various sectors. I have seen students have worked very hard in giving that presentations. Even for commerce students, I have asked them to use financial something of management analysis, which is called as comparative analysis. That before COVID, what was the situation, and after COVID, what is the situation? 1 or 2 presentation would be having a comparative statements that will show ke kya improve hua, kya nahi hua. I first of all wish you all the best for giving your presentation, and also at the same time I congratulate you because participation needs a lot of efforts, and one who have decided to participate has taken a lot of efforts in doing so. So first of all, hearty congratulations for taking this zeal, enthusiasm in doing something which is intellectual. So that is definitely, if others would have attempted, they would have also been able to do, but at times we are very lethargic. We don't want to do good things. Good things always take us needs one step more than doing a bad thing. So And good starting a good thing is slight difficult than doing a bad thing. So always those who take an effort to do good things are always up above. So all the best to all of you. Thank you, Sharvari madam, for taking this initiative. She was continuously behind me to have the inauguration, to have an activity of financial literacy. Vishakha madam has already planned the next activity. So this is how the team is working. Now, after this session, I would definitely would like to hear from you, what type of activity do you want under financial literacy? आप लोग क्या सीखना चाहते हो? I told you, financial literacy means knowing your finances. From where it come, where it goes, how do you invest? This is all about financial literacy. So definitely we would like to hear from you. If you intend to have some activities of your choice, definitely we would do that also under your leadership and guidance. So thank you once again. Sharvari madam and Anupriya, very what I should say, a heartfelt thank for such a wonderful introduction. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, Anupriya, you can continue.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. You have added so much value to today's inauguration, as well as you have taught the value of the money, which many people don't know today in nowadays. You taught that the financial literacy is just as important in life as the other basics of the life. And your kind words has given a spark to all the participants as well as to students to give their best today. So continuing it, to celebrate the inauguration of Financial Literacy Association, we have gathered today for a PPT competition. And for judging this competition, we have two well-known personalities of Bharat College. First one is Dr. K.C. Jha sir, and second one is Advocate Assistant Professor Ravindra Karandikar sir. Our judges would judge in the following criteria. First is your confidence, second is your presentation skill, and third is your self-knowledge about the topic, and your presentation should be up to 7 minutes only. So I hope you all are clear about the criterias. And I would like to start the competition by the approval of Neetu ma'am and our judges.
Judges should give approval.
Yes. Yes, yes. Yes. Competition may be started.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. All the best, all the participants. So today's first participant is Tanvi Rao. You may share the screen and start the presentation. Tanvi.
अनुप्रिया,
हाँ मैम.
जब उसका स्क्रीन स्टार्ट हो जाएगा तो आपको टाइमिंग स्टार्ट करना है 7 मिनट.
हाँ मैम, हाँ. All the best, Tanvi.
Is my screen visible?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Good morning, judges, teachers, and all my colleagues. Myself, Tanvi Rao from SY BCom A Division. My topic name is Impact of COVID-19 on FMCG with special reference to Dabur India Limited. Content, introduction, products, effect of COVID-19, profit and loss account of Dabur India Limited, CSR activities conclusion. Introduction, Dabur India Limited is India's one of the biggest Ayurvedic and natural healthcare company. It was started 137 years ago by Dr. S.K. Burman in the year 1884. Dr. Burman was physician by his profession. Currently, Amit Burman is a chairman of Dabur India Limited and CEO is Mohit Malhotra. It has its headquarters at Ghaziabad, Uttar Pradesh. It serves worldwide. Products, Dabur has more than 260 products in its portfolio. It also has its 5 flagship brands. Dabur, which deals with healthcare products, Vatika, which deals with personal care, Hajmola, which deals with digestive food, Real, which deals with fruit juices, Fem, which deals with skincare products. Impact of COVID-19 on international market. The international business of Dabur covers operation across Middle East, Africa, South Asia, USA, and Europe. International business registered a growth of 4.9% during financial year 1920. Middle East, the MENA region is the largest contributor, comprising of 28.3%, while company has to face a headwind, particularly in GCC market. GCC stands for Gulf Cooperation Council. On account of macroeconomic slowdown, the company recovered itself by increasing its spending on traditional and digital media and increasing ground activities. Africa. Contribution of African region to Dabur International has steadily grown 23.2% with Egypt, Nigeria, and South Africa. During year 1920, African market delivered a good growth. Asia. The Asian business covers key markets like Nepal, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, and Myanmar. This region accounts 22.6% of Dabur's international business. America. In USA, Dabur operates in two brand segments, is Namaste Business and Indian Ethnic Business. The Namaste Business caters to hair care needs to African and American community. Namaste Business reported 11.3% of growth in Q4 of financial 1920, with strong performance in international business. Europe, the European region contributed 12.3% of international sales of Dabur. Domestic FMCG growth in the year 1920, healthcare. Healthcare contributed to 33.9% of Dabur, while the category witnessed a growth of 5.9% during the year 1920 in first 11 months and 11.4% in YTD Feb 20. Health supplement category for Dabur reported 8.2% growth during the current year and 12.9% in YTD Feb 20. Home and personal care. Dabur Home and Personal Care vertical contributed 50.1% to India's FMCG business. YTD Feb 20 was 5%. Food. Dabur food business contributed 15.9% to consumer care sales in India. It deals with category of packed fruit juices, Real and Real Active brands. Due to consumer shifting to low price product, the company faced a pressure of launching a new range of product at attractive prices. Dabur India's Q4 financial 1920 volume drop as lockdown had a deep impact in March. Company predicted revenue growth of 6%, assuming no COVID situation, but the actual growth is only of 2%. Profit and loss account of Dabur India Limited. During financial 1920, the company recorded consolidated financial 1920, the growth in consolidated revenue from operation was 6.8%. Material cost in financial 1920 decreased 40 bits per second primarily on account of material deflation. The advertisement and publicity expenditure for the year stood at 7.5% as against 7.1% in previous year. Employee cost was steadily at 10.9% of revenue from operation. Other expenses were also steadily at 11% of revenue from operations. Company's operating profit grew by 3% to reach 1792.4 crore. The operating margin continued to remain healthy at 20% as against 20.4% in previous year. Profit after tax was 1445 crore in year 1920. CSR activity. Dabur Group has earmarked INR 21 crore towards support and relief activities. INR 11 crore contributed to PM Care Fund by Dabur and other group entities. Dabur Health and Safety Kits comprising of hand sanitizer, face mask, immunity building medicines and nutritious food were distributed to police personnel. Health and safety kits were donated to frontline health workers and sanitization workers across the country. Nutritious meal were provided to families of migrant workers and urban poor who were most severely affected during lockdown. Women at stitching center has been engaged to stitch face masks, which were distributed free of cost to community members. Conclusion: the business was impacted in last quarters of the year due to COVID-19 and the consequent lockdown, which led to significant loss in sale in second half of the March 20. The company's operating profit grew by 3%. Profit after tax was 1445 crore in financial 1920, which was 1442 crore in previous year. To conclude, it does not show a major impact on FMCG with special reference to Dabur India Limited. Thank you.
Tanvi, you did a great job in all the judging criteria. Your presentation was very good. Really, we all enjoyed it, and we got to know that our Indian company is growing on such a large scale in international fields. So thank you. Next participants are Neha Patil and Tanvi Thoipode. Neha Patil, Tanvi.
Am I audible?
Yes, Di, you are audible.
Is my screen visible?
Yes, yes.
Respected in charge principal, Dr. Neetu Kapoor madam, all professors, and my dear friends. Very good morning, one and all. Banks are integral part of our life from saving, withdrawing to paying fees, transferring money, even doing recharge by sitting at home is possible due to devaluation in banking sectors who made our life easy. Here today, I, Tanvi Manish Doifode, and my friend Neha Patil from SYBMS are going to present about top private banks in India. Friends, do you believe that before 1991, we have only 14 top private banks in India? But after 1991, LPG has opened a door for private and foreign banks to start banking business, and now every corner of India we can see bank branches and ATMs. So here we are presenting top few private banks of India. These are the key points of our PPT. Bank, broad classification of banks in India, private sector banks, existence of private sector banks, why a private bank top in India, list of private banks in India, HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, public sector bank versus private sector bank, and the conclusion. Now, what is bank? A bank is a financial institute that accepts deposit from the public and creates the credit. Bank also provides financial services such as wealth management, currency exchange, and safe deposit boxes. Broad classification of banks in India. The RBI, Reserve Bank of India. The RBI is the supreme monetary and banking authority in the country and has the responsibility to control the banking system in the country. It gives the reserves of all scheduled banks and hence is known as the reserve banks. The banks are divided into two sectors known as public sectors and private sector banks. What are private sector banks? Private sector banks are the banks where greater part of state or equity are held by private shareholders and not by the government. These banks managed and controlled by the private promoters. After the liberalization in 1990s, the new private sector banks are those who got their license. Existence of private sector banks. How private sector banks came into existence. Private sector banks came into existence to supplement the performance of public sector banks and serve the needs of economy better. Why a private bank top in India? It offers world-class banking solutions and financial services in the form of asset and liability products and services. It offers regular banking services, microfinance, MSME, and affordable housing finance to urban and semi-urban and also to rural customers. Now, I would like my friend Neha Patil to continue with the further PPT. Over to you, Neha.
Thank you, Tanvi. I'm audible.
Yes, you're audible.
Now let's see the list of private banks in India. First is HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, Axis Bank, Kotak Mahindra Bank, Yes Bank, Federal Bank, IndusInd Bank, RBL Bank, and J&K Bank. And last is South Indian Bank. As shown in PPT, we can see the total branches, total ATMs, and headquarters of private banks. Next slide. Tanvi, next slide. Now let's see the HDFC Bank. HDFC Bank was incorporated in 1994 as a subsidiary of Housing Development Finance Corporation. It is an Indian bank, banking and financial service company. HDFC Bank is India's largest private sector bank by assets and by market capitalization as of April 2021. It generates employment for over 1 lakh people in the nation. Next slide. ICICI Bank. ICICI Bank is the second ranked in the best private sector bank. It is an Indian financial service company. It offers a wide range of banking products and financial service for a corporate and retail market as through a variety of delivery channels and specialized subsidiary in area of investment banking, life, non-life insurance, venture capital, and assets management. It generates employment for close to 85,000 people. It is one of the best private bank in India. Next slide. Now let's see the difference between public sector bank and private sector bank. Public sector bank is under control the government. It is under control the government, and private sector bank is under control in the individuals. Private sector banks are 27 and public sector banks are 22. Where public banks gives the promotion based on seniority, whereas private banks gives the promotion based on performance. Public sector banks exist for a long time now, as it creates a great image in public and it earns the trust, whereas private sector banks now exist for a shorter period, thus they have a lower customer base. As public sector bank provides the pension to employees, and private sector bank do not provide the pension to the employees. Next. Now its conclusion. Now we will conclude it by private banks are much better at adopting new technology and providing better customer services. Private banks have dedicated customer service agents who expedite any issues and provide the best banking experience. Since the private bank kept the targeting higher sales and increased profit margins for employee required for meeting specified targets and deadlines are fundamental. Also, performance levels should not drop.
I'm sorry, but your time is up. But it was really great. Both of you had thank you. Both of you had great coordination, as well as the topic you choose, bank. It was really important for our young minds. Thank you, both of you. Next one, I would like to call Siddharth Kamble and Ganesh Patil to give their presentation. Siddharth Kamble, there.
Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Hello and good morning, everyone. Welcome to our presentation. My name is Ganesh Patil, and today me and my friend Siddharth Kamble will going to present a PPT on a topic as you can see on your screen, that is financial literacy. So without wasting any time, let's begin. Now, first of all, what is financial literacy? According to definition, financial literacy is the possession of sets of skills and knowledge that allows an individual to make informed and effective decisions with all of their financial resources. Basically, it is a skill which allows an individual to build their personal wealth with the help of effective decision making based on present income. In India, 76% of its adult population does not understand even basic financial concepts. No wise person would allow his child to drive before he or she learns driving. Still, Indian parents let their children enter into complex financial world without basic money skills. It's a myth that financial literacy is more important for adults. We can achieve the desired results from financial literacy only when we start educating our children from the beginning. Now, why financial literacy is important? It is a simple answer. Because it enables us to knowledge and skills we need to manage financials, our money effectively. An uninformed person armed with money and eligible for a loan can be nearly as dangerous to himself and society as an untrained person driving a car. If we think about our initial working life, we have committed a lot of money mistakes. In those critical years, if we would have got adequate financial literacy, our financial situation could have been much better. Parents and educators must recognize the importance of imparting financial literacy among children at an early age. In this online transaction era, we cannot afford to miss imparting financial literacy to our children. So that was from my end. So I will now hand over to my friend Siddharth. So Siddharth, please.
Thank you, Ganesh. Hello, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Hello, everyone. My name is Siddharth Kamre, and I'm also tell you why financial literacy is important in our daily life. I see so many people who think if they have so much money in their pocket, they can solve every problem. But this is not possible without financial literacy. I will show you some people who they have so much money in their pocket, but after that they lose all the money. First, ये सुशील कुमार है जिन्होंने कौन बनेगा करोड़पति में 5 करोड़ जीते थे, लेकिन विदाउट फाइनेंशियल लिटरेसी उन्होंने सारे पैसे लूज कर दिए और उसके बाद वो अभी उनके गांव में दूध बेच रहे हैं। और ये सेकंड जो है ये अनिल अंबानी है। इनको इनके फादर के थ्रू बहुत सारे पैसे मिले थे, लेकिन इन्होंने वो अच्छी जगह पे इन्वेस्ट नहीं किए, जिसके वजह से उन्हें काफी सारा लॉस फेस करना पड़ा। और आज most people fail to realize that in life it is not how much money you make, it is how much money you keep. We all hear story of lottery winners who are poor and then suddenly rich and poor again. They win millions yet soon back they started. I also know so many people who became a instant millionaire, and while I'm glad some people have become richer and richer, I causes them that in some long run, it's not how much money you make, it's how much money you keep and how many generations you keep it. If you don't want to lose your money, then you have to be financially literate. Without financial literacy, you will stuck in a rat race. अभी ये rat race है क्या? अभी ये जो rat race जो है वो आता है fear और greed की वजह से। स्टार्टिंग में किसी भी इंसान को पैसे ना होने की वजह से उसे फियर आता है कि अभी मेरे पास पैसा नहीं है, तो मुझे पैसा कमाना चाहिए, और वो जॉब पे जाना स्टार्ट कर देता है। और जैसे ही पैसा आ जाता है तो उसे ग्रीड आ जाता है कि मुझे अभी ये खरीदना है, या मुझे वो खरीदना है, या मुझे ये खाना है, या मुझे वहां घूमने जाना है। तो इसी चक्कर में वो फंस जाता है और फिर मंथ एंड में उसे फिर फियर आता है, फिर ग्रीड आता है, और ये चक्कर जो है चलते जाता है। और इसे इसे हम रैट रेस कहते हैं। इसे हम रैट रेस कहते हैं। Going back to the young couple, as a result of their income increasing, they decided to buy a new house of their dreams. Once in their house with a mortgage, they have a new tax, call it property tax. Then they buy new car, new furniture, and new appliances to match their new house. All of a sudden, they wake up and their liabilities column is full of credit and debit card. Their liability goes up. अभी इनकी हालत भी वो मेंटोस एड वाले गधे जैसी हो चुकी है। अगर आपको नहीं पता होगा तो मैं आपको बताना चाहूंगा कि कुछ समय पहले एक मेंटोस की एडवर्टाइज आती थी, जिसमें क्या होता था कि एक गधा होता था और उसका मालिक उसके ऊपर बैठता था, और वो मालिक उस गधे को एक कैरेट का लालच देता था, और उस कैरेट के लालच में वो गधा आगे चलते जाता था। उसे पता नहीं था कि उसे कहाँ जाना है, लेकिन वो गधा बस चलते जाता था, लेकिन उसके मालिक को पता था कि उसे कहाँ पहुंचना है, तो उसका मालिक वहां पे पहुंच जाता था। उसी तरह इन कपल्स के साथ हुआ है। वो कहाँ जा रहे हैं उन्हें पता नहीं, उन्हें कहाँ सेव करना है, कहाँ इन्वेस्ट करना है, उन्हें कुछ भी नहीं पता है। बस वो मंथली इनकम के लालच में जॉब कर रहे हैं, मंथली इनकम ले रहे हैं और पूरा खर्च कर रहे हैं। तो if you don't want to stuck in a rat race, then you have to be mind your own business. माइंड योर ओन बिजनेस का मतलब ये नहीं है कि मैं सुबह जाऊंगा, जॉब करूंगा और शाम को वापस आ जाऊंगा। आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा? आपको ये करना पड़ेगा कि आपको जो भी आपका इनकम आ रहा है उसमें से आपको थोड़ा बहुत अमाउंट इन्वेस्ट करना पड़ेगा, या तो फिर सेव करना पड़ेगा। उसके वजह से आप इस रैट रेस से दूर रहेंगे और आप इससे निकल सकेंगे। और इफ यू वांट टू सेव और इन्वेस्ट मनी, देन यू हैव टू बी फाइनेंशियली लिटरेट। Why rich people getting more richer, poor getting more poor, and middle class people struggling? I don't know how many people try to understand why this is happening, but I will try. But before that, you have to understand what is asset and what is liabilities. In my own words, asset is which is put money in my pocket, and liabilities means
Hello,
which
sorry. Hello.
Hello.
I'm really sorry, but your 7-minute time is up. I'm really sorry, but really you gave a good presentation with humor as well as example of rich as well as poor people, as well as you gave us how to save money. It was really an early alarm for all the young minds today. Really, really good. It was really good. Thank you, Siddharth, and thank you, Ganesh. Both of you really nicely presented.
मैम ये बहुत ही इंफॉर्मेटिव था और मुझे लगता है कि ये पूरा होना चाहिए, क्योंकि ये इसके लिए मैंने बहुत कुछ मतलब टाइम स्पेंड किया था इसको पूरा करने के लिए। तो मुझे लगता है कि मुझे एक चांस
I'm
दीजिए।
sorry, but that was, sir, judges.
Yes, may continue.
Okay. You can continue.
And what is liability? Liability which is takes money from my pocket. I 90s में क्या हुआ था, मैं आपको एक स्टोरी बताना चाहूंगा। 90s में क्या हुआ था, 90s में इंग्लैंड में एक रॉबिन हुड नाम का एक पर्सन था, जिसने क्या किया था, वो क्या करता था, वो रिच पीपल से पैसा चुराता था और वो गरीबों में बांट देता था। उसके लिए वो क्या हो गया था, इंग्लैंड के लोगों के लिए वो हीरो बन चुका था, लेकिन वहाँ के रिच पीपल्स और वहाँ के गवर्नमेंट के लिए वो एक प्रॉब्लम बन चुका था। तो रिच पीपल्स और गवर्नमेंट ने मिलके एक लॉ लाया जिसका नाम दिया उन्होंने टैक्स, और उन्होंने पुअर पीपल्स को ये बता दिया कि हम लोग रिच पीपल से टैक्स लेंगे और उस टैक्स का यूज करेंगे हम गरीबों को मदद करने के लिए। लेकिन उन्होंने उसी तरह से रिच पीपल्स को एक फ्रीडम दे दिया कॉर्पोरेशंस का, और उस कॉर्पोरेशंस के थ्रू उन्होंने रिच पीपल को ये फ्रीडम दिया कि उनका जितना भी इनकम आता है मंथली, वो मंथली इनकम में से वो चाहे उतना इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हैं, और जो थोड़ा बहुत अमाउंट बचता है उस पे से उन्हें टैक्स लगेगा, और उसी वजह से रिच पीपल और रिच होते गए। मैं आपको कुछ फ्लो चार्ट्स भी दिखाना चाहूंगा जिसमें से आपको समझ में आएगा। फर्स्ट फ्लो चार्ट है पुअर पीपल का। अब यहाँ पे आप देखोगे तो उनका इनकम सोर्स जो है वो सिर्फ एक ही है, उनका जॉब, और उनका जो भी इनकम आ रहा है वो गवर्नमेंट के थ्रू जो टैक्सेस आ रहे हैं वो टैक्सेस पे करने में चले जा रहा है, और उनका एसेट कॉलम और लायबिलिटी कॉलम तक वो पहुंच भी नहीं पा रहे। इसके वजह से वो और पुअर होते जा रहे हैं। फिर देखते हैं मिडिल क्लास पीपल्स का। मिडिल क्लास पीपल का भी इनकम सोर्स एक ही है, उनका जो भी कुछ मनी आ रहा है वो सबसे पहला वो जा रहा है उनके कार्स में या उनके लाइबिलिटीज कॉलम में जा रहा है, जो जिसमें कार्ड, क्रेडिट कार्ड, स्कूल लोन्स, वो सब में, और उसमें से जो कुछ भी थोड़ा बहुत पैसा बचता है वो एक्सपेंसेस में जा रहा है। एक्सपेंसेस मतलब टैक्सेस, मॉर्गेजेस, कार पेमेंट्स, वो सब में, मेंटेनेंस, घर का मेंटेनेंस या बाकी चीजों का मेंटेनेंस, वो सब में उनका पैसा जा रहा है। इसके वजह से उनके पास पैसा तो आ रहा है लेकिन फिर भी उनका पैसा मंथ एंड तक खत्म हो जा रहा है और वो स्ट्रगल कर दे रहे हैं। और रिच पीपल्स के क्या साथ क्या हो रहा है अभी हम देखते हैं। रिच पीपल के इनकम सोर्स देखिए, रिच पीपल के इनकम सोर्स बहुत ज्यादा है, और वो क्या कर रहे हैं, वो सबसे पहला प्रायोरिटी दे रहे हैं अपने आप को। अगर हम मंथली कहीं कहीं पे काम करते हैं और मंथ एंड तक हम किसी से कुछ लेते हैं और उसे कहते हैं कि हम मंथ एंड में आपको पैसा दे देंगे, तो हम क्या करते हैं, जैसे इनकम हमारा आता है हम उसे पैसे दे देते हैं। लेकिन रिच पीपल्स ऐसा नहीं करते। रिच पीपल्स क्या कर रहे हैं, रिच पीपल्स खुद के एसेट कॉलम को सबसे फर्स्ट प्रायोरिटी दे रहे हैं, वो खुद को प्रायोरिटी दे रहे हैं। जैसे ही उनका इनकम आ रहा है वो पैसा आधे से ज्यादा खुद के पास रख रहे, इन्वेस्ट कर रहे या तो सेव कर रहे, और जो कुछ भी थोड़ा बहुत अमाउंट बचता है वो थोड़ा बहुत अमाउंट वो गवर्नमेंट को या जो चीजें दूसरे को पे करनी है वो वहां पे पे कर रहे हैं। इसलिए रिच पीपल्स और रिच होते जा रहे हैं। If you work for the company, employee makes their business owners of the shareholders rich, not themselves. If your efforts and success will provide for the owner success and retirement. If you work for the government takes its shares from your paychecks before even you see it. By working harder, you simply increasing the amount of taxes by the government. Most people work hard from January to May, just pay for the government. If you work for the bank, all after taxes, you next largest expenses is usually your credit and debit card. If you want
Conclude
to,
it.
yes, sir.
Conclude.
Hello.
Conclude it.
Siddharth sir is telling you your time is limited, so we have to conclude now, please.
Okay, sir. If you want to invest your money in good things, then or you want to own assets, then you have to be financially literate. That's it. Thank you.
Really, Siddharth and Ganesh, both of you, you have given such a nice presentation and told us what is the importance of finance in our life. It is an early alarm for all the children, how to manage all our assets as well as our liability. Now, I would like to call next participants, Khushi Poker, Shubham Senoy, Bhagwat Pawar. Ready? Are you all ready?
Ma'am, hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Is my voice audible?
Yes, yes.
Ma'am, only myself, Kushi Poker, and Shubham is going to present. Bhagwat Pawar is not there.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
I was informed that he is with you. Okay, you both can start.
So, good morning, everyone present over here. Our today's topic is top automobile company in India, and it is to be presented by us, myself, Kushi Pokar, and my friend Shubham Shenoy from TYBMS. So, who's at the top? It is Maruti Suzuki. But why Maruti? Because for around 4 decades, Maruti Suzuki has been the country's beloved car maker, and it is unquestionably the biggest automobile manufacturer in India. More than half of the car buyers of the country go for the Maruti Suzuki cars. The automaker thus leverages the largest market share and enjoys steady demand as well. So why does India love Maruti? Let's look at the secret behind their success story. So, how it started. The history of Maruti Suzuki can be traced back to 1981 with the founding of Maruti Udyog Limited by the Government of India. A year later in 1982, the company signed the license and joint venture agreement with Suzuki Motor Corporation Japan. Initially, market for the car in the country was small. However, with the government cutting taxes and bringing down the cost of fuels, cars became cheaper. With prices going down, more people started buying cars. Thus, the Indian car market expanded to accommodate the supply. Maruti commenced its journey in the country with Maruti 800, a boxy-looking hatchback which was affordable even then. This Maruti car of 80s became incredibly popular and was considered a classic to date. Even after the country opened up its economy in 1991, Maruti Suzuki carried on being the market leader in the passenger car segment. After the years of joint venture agreement, these two companies were merged and it changed its name from Maruti Udyog Limited to Maruti Suzuki Limited in September 2007. Even now, the car maker is putting up brand new models and expanding its portfolio, adding many notches to its belt. Most of the cars from manufacturer has remained a huge hit in the country. Many top automobile manufacturers in world failed to make a mark as big as one left by the Maruti Suzuki. So what does makes my company so successful? The biggest reason is brand loyalty. People associate home and the nation with the car. Maruti Suzuki embodies everything Indian and instills us a sense of unity. No wonder they got brand loyalty on their side, along with a devoted customer base. People still relate to their commercial that says India comes home in a Maruti. Few other factors that bring success to their company is that they make affordable cars. After the country earned its independence, there weren't many car companies out there that sold affordable cars for the everyday Indians. Then Maruti Suzuki came along, making the dream of car ownership true for many Indians. They have succeeded in building their brand as people's car. Now, talking about mileage, it is said that mileage is the middle name of Maruti Suzuki as it has a lower fuel consumption rate. They are the best in class when it comes to mileage. This fuel efficiency qualifies the car as the economical alternative for the common man as fuel prices are continuously on rise. And the next important factor that is to be considered by anyone who buys a car is its maintenance cost.
The service cost of Maruti Suzuki cars are comparatively lower. There is a Maruti Suzuki service center or the dealership almost at every corner of a nation. These are made in India cars. Because of this reason, people don't have to go far for the spare parts or components, so they prefer Maruti. So these were few of those factors which lead the company towards its success. Thank you everyone for lending your ears towards me, and I'll request Shubham to continue the next part. Over to you, Shubham.
Thanks, Kushi. Good morning, all. This is Shubham, and I will be covering the rest of the presentation. Let's get on with the SWOT analysis. The company's strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. In strength, you can see that Maruti Suzuki has a good after-sales service. By that I mean servicing and maintaining of a car. As per some studies, on a scale of 1000 points, it gives the maximum satisfaction of 906, leading all the brands. Then comes the loyal customer base, and yes, customer do choose the Maruti Suzuki over any other brand, as their trust between the two and the satisfaction to the notch. And sometimes customer pay up to 20 to 25% more to get their hands on the first edition product. Now let's get down with the weakness. Here, you will often see the lower interior quality of a car. So company cuts the cost corner here, which is not good. Then youngsters are more naturally drawn to the foreign brand. They are loaded with tons of features and fancier looking car than the family one, where Maruti Suzuki can only provide decent looking car. And yes, it is said to be a poor man's brand because looked down upon, and most of the buyers are from middle class. Now let's take a look in the opportunities. Here, it can start with a research and development on electric car, as it is good with alternatives, and it can be easy on our wallet as well. Then recently, Maruti Suzuki launched LPG version of an Wagoner. It is better, safer, and eco-friendly. LPG conversion will reduce engine wear and is burn cleaner than petrol. And then there is a threat that the domestic sales declined by 53.7% at 26,690 units, as against of 62,897 units in the June previous year by the impact of pandemic, and have already been a competition with between foreign automobile brand and Maruti Suzuki. Now let's take a look at the top selling car in year 2020 and 2021. First, we have Swift in our list, being sold 1,60,765 units, and it's also known as the #1 car in India. And on second, we have Alto, being sold 1,54,076 units. And then we have Baleno partnered with Nexa, which sold is 1,53,986 units. Now let's take a quick look at the 4 pieces of marketing Maruti Suzuki. Here we will see the product, price, place, and promotion. In product, we have 5 segments. In that, there are 16 units to attract all kind of buyer, like a sports utility vehicle, multi-utility vehicle, sedan, minivan, and hatchback, India's favorite. In price, the base price range starts from 3 lakhs till the highest range up to 22 lakhs. It covers all ranges. In places, all Maruti Suzuki office presences, there are 34 main offices all over India, as you all can see in the map marked by the various colors. The head office is in New Delhi, Vasant Kunj. There are 2 plants, one located in Gurugram, second in Manesar. And in research and development, there is one main office in Rohtak, Haryana, and the remaining 17 regional offices and 13 area offices spanning all across India. Now let's talk about promotion. The main promotion of car is done by advertising. The advertising is mainly done in the form of different TV channels, different newspaper holding, etc. But nowadays, many people don't watch TV or newspaper, so the ad promotion done by brand ambassadors such as film stars, celebrities, sportsmen, etc., because they can maintain a customer. I would like to conclude the point with Maruti Suzuki has no or less threat from new entrants, because Maruti has established itself as well recognized brand, and it has a huge brand value and gained a good market position than any other player in the market. I would like to thank you all to listening to us. Thanks, Kushi, for presenting this PPT with me. Over to you, Anupriya.
Thank you. Kushi and Shubham, it was really great to see you presenting this PPT. It was really necessary, as today's generation tend to buy cars more and more. They have craze for cars, and you have explained everything that we as a teenager need to know. Thank you both of you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Karthik Shettigar and Mufez Mullah, you are the next. Are you ready, you guys? Both of you?
Yes.
Is my screen visible?
Yes, your screen is visible.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Karthik Shettigar from TYBSCCS with my partner Mufiz Mullah from SYBSCCS. We are going to present the analysis of tech giants of India. Now, first things first, what do you mean by tech giants of India? Tech giants of India are the IT sectors, Indian IT sectors leading 5 companies presented and analyzed over here. Number 5. On number 5, we have Tech Mahindra Tech Mahindra Limited. Actually, to be very frank, there is a controversy between Tech Mahindra and Redington India for the 5th place, but we have considered employee satisfaction as a greater factor, so we rank Tech Mahindra as 5th. Tech Mahindra is an Indian multinational company and it provides various IT and BPO services, that is, information technology and business process outsourcing services, respectively. It was first established in year 1986 with respect to British Telecom. It also had a whopping 30% of market stake at that time. And this company, with the current worth of $4.7 billion, that is around 333.7 billion Indian rupees. Now I'll present the market information for Tech Mahindra with a revenue of 38,442 crores, that is approximately 5.4 billion US dollars, and a market capital of 1,17,927.37 crores, with a total equity of 24,428 crores, that is 3.4 billion US dollars, and a share price which is according to the latest census of 6th August 2021. The share price of Tech Mahindra is 1,264.60 with a upper circuit of 19.80 and a positive percentage value of 1.59%. At number 4, we have our very own Wipro. It is a market-leading information technology consulting and business process services company. They began their business as a vegetable oil manufacturer in 1945 at Amalner. It has a market worth of 559 to 570 billion Indian rupees. Now the market information of Wipro. It has a revenue of 60,137 crore with a market capital of 3,27,029.03 crores and a total equity of 55,459 crores, that is approximately 7.8 billion US dollars. And according to the latest census of 6th August 2021, the market share price of Wipro Limited is 599.55 rupees with a lower circuit of 1.35 and a negative percentage value of 0.22. Now that's all for my part of the presentation. I would like to hand over the presentation to Mufiz.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Thank you, Karthik. Going ahead with the next company, which is based in Noida, Uttar Pradesh, named as HCL Technologies. HCL was created by 6 engineers while working in canteen, which was led by Shiv Nadar for starting computer manufacturing company in 1976, originally a research and development division of HCL. It emerged as an independent company in 1991 when HCL entered into software services business. Next slide is about the company's current market info, which states revenue of 65,643 crore, market cap of 2,82,423.11 crore, total equity of 59,370 crore, and share price as per 6th August 2021 of 1,049.25 with a lower circuit of 11.90 and negative percentage of 1.12%. Moving on with next company, which was also founded by 7 engineers in Pune, Maharashtra, with an initial capital of $250 US, approximately 2,000 rupees in 1981. Any guesses? Okay, no worries. It's Infosys. It was registered as Infosys Consultants Private Limited on 2nd July 1981. In 1983, it relocated its office to Bangalore, Karnataka. The company changed its name several times, then finally decided to settle on Infosys Limited in June 2011. It provides global technology services that defines, designs, and delivers information technology-enabled businesses solutions to their clients. From a capital of $250 to become a $14 billion company with a market capitalization of approximately $90.25 billion, which is approximate 7,02,386.19 crore. The company surely has come a long way, and share price as on 6th August 2021 of 1,652.10 with a lower circuit of 1.45 and negative percentage of 0.088%. So coming to the final one, the largest IT company in terms of revenue is TCS, Tata Consultancy Service. The company was founded by a division of Tata Sons Limited in 1968. In its early years, TCS was working in the field of punch card services to TISCO, now known as Tata Steel. Later also worked on an inter-branch reconciliation system for Central Bank of India. It provides services in wide range of segments like banking and financial services, energy, resource and utilities, government, telecom, media and information services, etc. The company holds a very strong position in market with revenue as 1,52,497 crore with market cap of 12,10,881.90 crore, total equity as 11,50,000 crore, approximately 160 billion US dollars, and share price as on 6th August 2021 of 3,311 with upper circuit of 27.05 and positive percentage of 0.85%. The conclusion.
In conclusion, these are the financial figures of tech giants of India. The reason for TCS to be number one is that its consistent support to their employees by offering a better retirement plans and mediclaim schemes, which in returns gives better employee satisfactions.
Before IT era, India's market was not an open market, but after 1992, it opened its market to the world, which started benefiting directly to the IT sector. And because of IT sector, India started growing exponentially. If you see today, India is the leading IT sector service provider in the world.
Thank you, Mufiz.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone, for lending your precious time.
Thank you, Karthik and Mufiz, both of you. And you guys can, if you have any questions or anything, you can just note it down right now. I will ask if you have doubt at the end of the session. You can ask all of us participants if you have any doubt. Participants, are you ready for the questions later on?
Yes, we are.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, thank you. Next is Vaishnavi Palkar and Samriti. Let's see the presentation.
Okay. Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Good morning to everyone. My name is Vaishnavi Sharad Parkar from TY BCom. My partner name is Smriti Ravichandra Kumar from TY BCom. Our topic is impact of COVID-19 on FMCG sector with special reference to Godrej Consumer Products Limited. These are the content that we are going to tell about Godrej Company, Godrej Group TY, product line of Godrej Consumer Products Limited, Godrej new product launch in pandemic, Board of Director, comparing financial 2019-20 and 2020-21, financial highlights 2019-20 and 2020-21, total income 2019-20 and 2020-21, net sale of Godrej Consumer Products, conclusion. About Godrej Company, type private, founded 1987, 124 years ago, founder Ardash Godrej and Firozshah Gulzari Godrej, headquarters Mumbai, Maharashtra, India, area served worldwide. Key people, A.D. Godrej, which is chairman of Godrej and Company. Godrej was the first Indian company to manufacture refrigerators in 1958. In 1951, Godrej was asked to make ballot boxes for the first election in independent India. The Godrej Group brought to the country the first fax machine, word process, and the matrix printing. In 1997, the postal department came out with a special postage stamp to make 100 years of Godrej Group. Product line of Godrej Consumer Product Limited. Godrej Consumer Product is a leading emergency market company as part of over 124 years young Godrej Group. Godrej Consumer Products Limited enjoy the patronage of 1.15 billion consumers globally across different businesses. There is a small video on Godrej new product launch in pandemic.
In 1918, India was in the midst of another health pandemic, the Spanish flu. To help halt its spread, we made a revolutionary soap, the world's first made from just vegetable oil and not animal fat. Constantly evolving, we've been washing India's hands ever since. 100 years later, we find ourselves in a similar pandemic, with a similar way to halt its spread. 100 years ago, we revolutionised the soap. We thought it was about time we did it again. Introducing Godrej Protect Magic, the first hand wash in a powder. Simply mix with water, shake, and you'll have 30 days of germ and virus protection. Even more than that, because Magic is in a sachet, we have less plastic waste, less paper, therefore saving trees, and because it's small and light, lower carbon emissions. Sustainable and affordable, all for 15 rupees. It may have taken us 100 years to revolutionise the soap, but with Magic Hand Wash, we're ready for the next 100.
These are the board of directors of Godrej Company. So the next slide will be explained by my partner Smriti.
Hello, I am audible.
Yes, you are.
Yes, good morning to everyone. My name is Smriti from TYB Combi. So I am going to explain the financial year as compared with the previous financial year. So there are 2 years, 2019-20 and 2020-21. 2019-20 was an COVID-19 period which got an impact on the year 2020-2021. As we see the net profit loss in 1920, there was 30.81 crore profit, and in 2021, there was 107/54 loss because of COVID-19 impact. Financial highlights. Next slide. As we see that net profit attributable to owners of the company in year 2019-20 is 554 crores as compared with 2021. It is 335 crores, which is less from previous year. Next slide. Total income of year 2019-20 and 2020-21 shown breakup of total income like chemicals, animal feed, vegetable oils, estate developments, finance and investments, dairy crops, protection. As we see that total income in 2019-20 was 12,151, and in 2020-21 total income was 9,996, which is less than the previous year. Next, here is the net sales of Godrej Consumer Products between financial year 2015 to 2020. As we see that in financial 2019, it was 56.79, and in financial year 2020, it was 54.74, shown in graph. Next. Conclusion. There is little doubt that the coronavirus-led lockdown will hit the earnings of even the fast-moving consumer goods sectors. Godrej Consumer Products March 2020 quarter update announced on Thursday after the market house to indicate a heavy impact on its overall business. Not only do analysts see a sharp fall in GCPL's net profit. The supply chain disruptions amid lockdown across many geographies and social distancing norms took a hit on the revenue of the company in the later part of March, resulting in high teens revenue falls at GCPL by an 11% revenue fall. Say Nitin Gupta, analyst at SBI CAP Securities. GCPL owns key consumer brands like Godrej Number One, Goodnight Hit, and Synthol. Not only do analysts see a sharp fall in CGPL's net profit, but there is also little clarity on whether the June quarter will be any better. Next.
Sorry, I'm really sorry, but your time limit is up. But
Okay,
really,
but this one is last slide.
I don't know if judges will approve. Jha sir, Karandika sir. Jha sir. Karandika.
Yes.
This
Yes.
is last slide, sir.
Yes, Smriti, continue and finish
ma'am.
it off fast.
Yes, ma'am. This is
Okay.
Sensex. Okay. This is Sensex compiled by Bombay Stock Research Bureau of Godrej Consumer Products. As we see that on April 119, the Sensex 400 as there was the COVID-19 impact of company, Sensex goes down as we see in the chart. Thank you for everyone listening our presentation.
Thank you both of you, Samriti and Vaishnavi. It was really good presentation. Things we are watching every day, and we didn't knew the facts about them. You cleared the facts. You told us what are the things are made up of, and their new products, how they are launching. Thank you very much, both of you. Really, it was really informative.
Welcome.
Next, I would like to call Nancy and Nandini. Are you ready for your presentation? Nancy, Nandini?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you may share this screen.
किसी को पता था वो लड़की सही नहीं है इसके लिए तब वो तेरी Good morning one and all. I'm presented on Big Bazaar. इससे सस्ता और अच्छा कहीं नहीं. Presented by it's me Nancy Singh and Nandini, my partner Nandini Jaiswal. This is content in my presentation. Introduction. History of Big Bazaar, Board of Director, Product and Service Afforded, Brand of Big Bazaar, Impact of COVID-19 in Big Bazaar, Performance of share price and the company in comparison of BSE and Sensex. Comparative statement, profit and loss for the year ended March 2020 March 13. Conclusion and thank you.
Nancy, relax, beta, relax comfortably. Go comfortably. 2 minute extra देंगे आपको. चलो, ठीक है? Go comfortably.
Introduction to Big Bazaar. Indian currently with a 101 outlets owned by Kishore Binyani's Futures Groups. Indian Big Bazaar at their modern outlets or all Indian Big Bazaar attract a few thousand customers on any regular day. 1,17,000 products under one roof. History of Big Bazaar. It is a type of headquarters and founded in 2001. It is headquarters Jogeshwari in Mumbai. It's deal with department and grocery stores. Mr. Kishore Binyani, promoter of Big Bazaar, parent of Pantaloons Retail Indian Limited, and punchline of Big Bazaar. इससे सस्ता और अच्छा कहीं नहीं. Currently 100 plus outlets, more than 13,000 employees. Board of Directors, Kishore Binyani's group of CEO, Futures Group, and Rakesh Binyani, Director of Future Groups, Vijay Binyani and Director of Future Groups, Anil Binyani and Director Futures of Group, Sunil Binyani and Director of Futures Groups. Product and service afforded, it deal with different segments like clothes and associated food, grocery, foodware, electronics, catering and service, home and office, telecom, internet, entertainment, jewelry, book and music gifts, watch, beauty and wellness, etc. Brand of Big Bazaar, night food, Satranj, NYX, DJ and CJs, pink and blue, cement, and continue to my friend Nandini Jaiswal.
Good morning, teacher and professors and my old friends. Myself, Nandini Jaiswar. Impact of COVID-19 in Big Bazaar. Big Bazaar has gone online and will provide home delivery service. And Kishore Vianis has launched mobile site shop bigbazaar.com, and customer can online purchase food, grocery, etc. And order can taking by phone calls and WhatsApp. Next slide. Next slide. This diagram can show price performance compared to Sensex, and we are understand how much price performance is uptrend and downtrend in 2019, but in 2020 price performance is downward sloping compared to 2019 CNX Nifty. Second slide. This is a profit and loss statement of a comparative method of Big Bazaar, and here the profit and loss account can be show how much profit and loss in the year 2019 to 20. Income can be total income in 2019 20,185.37, and 2020 20,201.92. It means income can be generated 16.55 rupees, means 0.08% in total income increase. And total expense 2019 19,457.58, and 2020 20,160.68.08. It means expense can be increased 710.5 rupees increase in percent 3.65% total expense increase. Before profit profit before tax is 2019 727.79, and 2020 33.84. It means total profit before tax decrease 693.95, in percent minus 95.35%. Next slide. Next slide is conclusion. Big Bazaar is the biggest retail chain in India, but in impact of COVID-19, Big Bazaar to go on e-commerce, and it is launched mobile app. It is launched mobile app, and the company affected in term of profit, and it large number of employment give, and historical experience created by Big Bazaar for shopping. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you for listening.
Both of you very nicely presented, Nancy and Nandini. Your information was to the point, and yeah, Big Bazaar was one of our childhood favorite places to go for shopping. And today we learned about it more deeply. Now, thank you both of you. Really, thank you. Next is Pranay Badgujar and Sumit Singh. I would ask both of you to present.
Yes, ma'am. Sumit.
Yes, I'm. My screen is visible.
Your screen is not visible. Please share your screen.
Ganesh, can you share the screen?
It's visible now. You can start.
Hello. Hello,
Anupriya,
all of
how
you.
many more presentations?
One last, ma'am.
What's that name? Moses.
Yes, Moses and Bruce.
He is not there. He's not there. He has cancelled. His partners have quit, so he's not there. So this is the last presentation. Okay.
Okay.
Can I start?
Yes, please. Sorry for the interruption.
Hello, hello all of you. To coming to my main topic, before I wanted to introduce myself. My name is Pranay. I am studying in TYIT from Bharat College. Today we are discuss about the most important things which are the done main role in our life. Which is nothing but the pharmaceutical company. A pharmaceutical company or drug company is a commercial business license to the research, develop, market, and distribute drugs. Most commonly in the context of the healthcare. They can deal with generic and brand medicine. Drug discovery is the process by which drugs are discovered and designed. Pharmaceutical means basically product which are the extract from the pharmaceutical farms, and pharmaceutical companies can create the drugs which are the used to take care various type of disease both in human and additional animal. India is the largest provider of generic drugs globally. Indian pharmaceutical sector supply over 50% of the global demand for the various vaccine, 40% of the generic demand in US, and 25% of the all medicines in UK. Globally, India ranks third in terms of the pharmaceutical production by volume and 14th by the value. Next slide. List of the top pharma companies in India 2021. Sun Pharmaceutical Industry Limited. Second is the Divi's Laboratory Limited. Third is the Dr. Reddy Laboratory Limited, and fourth is the Cipla Limited, and fifth is the Cadila Healthcare Limited. Now we are coming to our first topic, first top pharmaceutical company, which is the Sun Pharmaceutical. Sun Pharma is the Indian multinational pharmaceutical company. Next slide. Sun Pharma is the Indian multinational pharmaceutical company. Headquarters is the pharmaceutical formula active pharmaceutical ingredient, which is APIs, primary in India and then the United States. It is the largest pharma company in India and fourth largest in the world. The next company is Divi's Laboratory Limited. Divi's Laboratory Limited is an Indian multinational pharmaceutical company and produce the active pharmaceutical ingredients APIs, which is headquartered in Hyderabad, Telangana in India. Now coming to the third pharmaceutical company. Next slide. Third pharmaceutical company, which is Reddy's Laboratory Limited. Dr. Reddy's Laboratory Limited, it is the Indian multinational pharmaceutical company which is located in Hyderabad, Telangana in India. The company was founded by the Anji Reddy, who is the previously worked in the Mentor Institute, Indian Drugs and Pharmaceutical Limited, pharmaceutical in India, overseas, pharmaceuticals in India and overseas. They can market by worldwide. The company has over 190 medicines and 60 active pharmaceutical ingredients. The drugs manufacturing. And next is the Cipla Limited. Cipla Limited, it is the Indian multinational pharmaceutical company which is the headquarter in Mumbai, India. Cipla primarily develop medicines to treat the respiratory, cardiovascular disease, diabetes, weight control, and depressions. Now coming to the next slide. Now coming to the next company, which is Cadila Healthcare Limited. Cadila Healthcare Limited, which is the Indian multinational pharmaceutical company, have a headquarter in Ahmedabad, Gujarat. India primarily engaged in the manufacture of generic drugs. It ranked the 100th in the Fortune India in 500 list in 2020. The company manufacture and custom synthesis generic APIs, intermediate ingredients. About pharmaceutical companies, more details can
Hello. Further, I will be continuing. Myself, Sumit Singh from second year BSc IT. Now I will be showing you the market capitalization of 2021 of these pharmaceutical companies. Firstly, we have Sun Pharmaceutical Industries Limited, which has a market capitalization of 1,63,347 crores. Second, we have Divi's Laboratory Limited, which have a market capitalization of rupees 1,20,029 crores. Thirdly, we have Dr. Reddy's Laboratory, 92,734 crore market capitalization, and Shipla has 78,974 crores market capitalization. Cadila Healthcare is at a fifth position in our list, which with market capitalization of rupees 65,412 crores. Next slide. Here we can see the share price on date of 8 August this year 2021. First, Sun Pharmaceutical Industries has share price of 785.20 Indian rupees. Secondly, Divi's Laboratory has the share price of 4,924.30 INR. Dr. Reddy's Laboratory has share price of 4,769 Indian rupees. Shipla Limited has a share price of 912.05 INR. And fifth at last, Cadila Healthcare has a INR of 585.90. Next, we will discuss about the features or some special features about these pharmaceutical companies. First, we have Sun Pharmaceutical Industry Limited. Sun Pharma is the fourth largest specialty generic pharmaceutical company in the world. It ranked 8th in the US for generic medicines and is the largest Indian pharmaceutical company in US, supported by more than 40 manufacturing facilities. Second slide. Second, we have Divi's Laboratories. It is a leading manufacturing of active pharmaceutical ingredients, and also known as APIs, offering high quality products to all over 95 countries. Divi's manufactures generic APIs, drugs, nutraceutical ingredients, and other custom synthesis. Third.
Sumit, I'm sorry to interrupt, but your time limit has been exceeded. So it was really nice, but sorry, the time limit is up to 7 minutes only.
I have only 2 slides more. I can explain.
You may ask Neetu ma'am or judges, Jha sir, Karandikar sir.
Just let him complete. Let him complete. We'll note down that they have exceeded the time. Let them complete.
Okay.
Anupriya, sorry, just wait a minute. Anupriya, Karandikar sir cannot connect due to power issues. So Jha sir will be there. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
In the third position, there is Reddy's Laboratory. The Dr. Reddy's Laboratory Limited was started with thinking of providing all equal and proper medication and vaccines at affordable prices, more other than the other pharmaceutical companies. It also settled a landmark in US with providing various treats of cancers. Next slide. Next slide. Special about this Shipla Limited. Shipla continually work towards ensuring access of high quality and affordable medicine to support patient in need. Quality is embedded at every stage of operation, including procurement, manufacturing, deliveries, and safe product disposal. Last, we have Cadila Healthcare Limited. Next slide. Zydus Cadila or Cadila Limited is one of the oldest player in the Indian formulation market and has gone on to become a prominent pharmaceutical manufacturer of India. Cadila deals with generic drugs, pharmaceuticals, and over-the-counter drugs for many years. Next slide. Thank you. My presentation is.
Thank you. Really, thank you. Sumit and Pranay, both of you presented really nicely, and the topic pharmacy is really needed in today's and you showed us the scope we have in pharmacy and the necessity of pharmacy, and we all these main companies where they are and where we are. All the things were nicely explained. By this, we are done with all the participants. I guess we are done. So I would love to ask if there is any doubt regarding this you wanted to ask anybody. Guys, do you have doubt? I guess no, they have really nicely explained, so no doubt. Okay, so every one of them has given their best and left our judge in dilemma.
सॉरी हाँ आवाज नहीं आ रही थी आपकी, बोलो ना.
अभी आ रही है मैम?
Yes, yes.
Sharwari ma'am, Neetu ma'am told us not to include Moise because he has left. Okay. Yeah, by this we are done, but our judge is now in dilemma because all of them were really great. So I would request Jha sir to conclude our program and give their thoughts about this competition. Jha sir.
Okay.
Jha sir, एक सेकेंड ना.
Yes.
Jha sir, Karandikar sir has shared his view with me. तो
Yes.
मैं आपके साथ शेयर कर दूंगी, तो फाइनल लिस्ट जो भी होगा आप मुझे दे देना, हाँ, विनर्स का.
Okay, okay, madam.
हाँ सर, आप
Yes.
कल तक मुझे दे देंगे तो भी चलेगा. थैंक
Okay,
यू.
okay.
प्लीज कंटिन्यू.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are.
Okay. The student, those have presented their presentation. In my view, all of the presentations are excellent. Some students present the data very efficiently, and some has presented very smartly. Persons those have presented their presentation very smartly. I appreciate all of them. जिसका प्रेजेंटेशन का तरीका सबसे बेहतरीन मुझे लगा, उसमें से एक खुशी पोकर और शुभम है, और जो कंटेंट वाइज जिनका प्रेजेंटेशन अच्छा था लेकिन उन्होंने बहुत ज्यादा समय लिया, लेकिन उनका कंटेंट बहुत ही अच्छा था, दैट इज सिद्धार्थ कांबले एंड गणेश पाटिल. तन्वी राव, नेहा पाटिल, तन्वी दोइफोड़े also presented their topics very well. So जैसा हमने सोचा था उससे कहीं ज्यादा आप लोगों ने प्रेजेंटेशन को तरीके से रखा. आप लोगों का इंफॉर्मेशन अच्छा था, आप लोगों ने अच्छे तरीके से प्रेजेंट भी किया. कुछ टेक्निकल इश्यूज होते हैं, कुछ टाइम इश्यूज होते हैं, जिसके खातिर कुछ का प्रेजेंटेशन जो है जितना अच्छा आप चाह रहे थे उतना नहीं हो सका. लेकिन जो फाइनेंशियल लिटरेसी का प्रोग्राम है, लिटरेसी मीन्स मिनिमम एबीसी नॉलेज, यानी एबीसी नॉलेज तो जो है सो फाइनेंशियल जो हमारी कंडीशंस हैं, हमारे फाइनेंशियल एक्टिविटीज जो हैं, हमारे जो आसपास के इकोनॉमिक इन्वायरमेंट है, उसके बारे में जो एबीसी नॉलेज होना चाहिए उससे कहीं बढ़ करके आप लोगों ने अपने नॉलेज के लेवल को शो किया. सो ऑल ऑफ यू आर एडमायरेबल. ओवर टू शर्मिला मैडम, तो शर्वरी मैडम.
sir, today's host is Anupriya.
Okay,
So I would just like to thank
over to Anupriya.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now Sharvari ma'am would present the thoughts of Karandikar sir on behalf of the Karandikar sir.
Yes,
Sorry.
thank you so much, Anupriya. Karandikar sir cannot connect, so on behalf of him, I am just giving his thoughts. He said that all the presenters and their presentations were really very nice. The confidence was really very good. We would be happy to see you all in upcoming competitions with more confidence. Okay, so all the best, all of you, and thank you so much. Anupriya, please proceed.
Yes, by this we have come to the end of the session. But before that, I would love to call Pooja Jadhav, Miss Pooja Jadhav, to propose a formal vote of thanks to all of you. Pooja? Pooja.
Am I
Yes.
audible?
Yes.
Okay. A very good afternoon to one and all. I, Pooja Jadhav from TYCS, take this opportunity to put all my gratitude into words. On behalf of Bharat College of Arts and Commerce, my sincere thanks to the chairman of Bharat College, Mr. Bharat Saropa sir, for giving up this opportunity, and respected in charge principal of Bharat College, Dr. Neetu Kapoor ma'am, for always being there and supporting us. I extend my vote of thanks to IQSC coordinator, Dr. Savita Punjabi ma'am. And also I would like to thank Jha sir and Karandikar sir for judging this wonderful PPT competition. Thank you once again, sir. I am also thankful to today's host, Ms. Anupriya Chaudhary from SYCS, for handling today's session. And thank you to all the teaching and non-teaching staff of the college. At the last, special thanks to all students and participants for giving their positive response towards the session, without whom the session would not be possible. Thank you once again all.
I would like to thank both the hosts of the program, Anupriya and Pooja Jadhav. They have done their wonderful job. Sharvari madam, very well coordinated, very well organized, very nice. And especially all presenters, everyone came up with a new idea, very well presented, very well done. Keep it up, keep up the spirit. Let's go on with the same spirit. Next competition will be debate. Announcing today itself, the next will be debate competition between our three groups, BCom, BMS, CSIT and BMS. So there will be debate. The topic of the debate will be known to you very soon. We'll be having first debate within that faculty, like BCom against BCom, BMS against BCom, BMS, CSIT against CSIT, and then the winners accordingly will be carrying forward. There would be like 2 from BCom, 2 from BMS, 2 from CSIT if possible, for and against, like A4 groups. So the next would be debate competition. Okay, very soon we'll be announcing the topics as well as the details. Okay, so very well done, all my dear students, children. Keep it up with the same spirit. Bye bye. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Very well hosted, Anupriya.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Chalo, can we end?
Yes.
Sharvari.
Thank you so much, madam.
Chalo, bye bye.